Yes guys, everything bite-sized here. I hope you're all doing well. I'm actually having quite a good day. My bipolar is treating me well. We're back with another film review. This time we're looking at Peaky Blinders. It is a legendary series for a reason. It is amazing, but I'm going to suspend my thoughts till the end of this video, and first we're going to look at a few of the top rated reviews on IMDb. I do apologise ladies and gents, I've been pronouncing it Cillian Murphy rather than Cillian Murphy, and I only realised in post-production, so I'm adding this here to correct this, and so you know that whenever I say Cillian Murphy I'm referring to Cillian Murphy. I'm sorry my brother, I got it wrong. Please forgive me, and let's carry on with the video. Anyway, the first review is titled, "The Streets Belong to Us, We Are the Shelby Family." The series Peaky Blinders is a fascinating journey through time that takes viewers into the criminal world of Birmingham. You call it Birmingham in America, but we call it Birmingham in the UK. Let me start again. The series Peaky Blinders is a fascinating journey through time that takes viewers into the criminal world of Birmingham in the late 20s of the last century. The Shelby family, despite its populousness and brutality, becomes one of the most influential gangster gangs of the post-war period. This is not just a story about gangsters, it is a deep dive into the lives of people who survived the horrors of the First World War and are trying to find their place in the world. It has everything: drama, crime, love, betrayal and family. For example, in one scene, Thomas Shelby suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and sees hallucinations that show how the war continues to haunt him. The series masterfully combines drama, crime and intrigue. He skillfully reveals the complex relationships within the Shelby family and their interaction with other factions. The idea of the series is unique and interesting. The plot revolves around the Shelby family, who are trying to establish themselves in the criminal world of Birmingham. It is full of unexpected twists, intrigues and mysteries. The dialogues in the series are thought out to the smallest detail. They are bright and expressive and correspond to the era in which the action takes place. Cillian Murphy as Thomas Shelby is just wonderful. His character is a complex personality full of contradictions. He is cruel and ruthless, but at the same time he has his own code of honour. The scene in which Thomas Shelby first appears on screen, riding a horse, vividly demonstrates his strength for power as well as his willingness to use violence. Paul Anderson as Arthur Shelby also deserves high praise. His hero is the Grey Cardinal of the family, who is ready to do anything to protect his loved ones. For example, the story of Arthur Shelby, Thomas's older brother who suffers from psychological trauma sustained during the war and tries to find himself in the world, is one of the most memorable and emotional storylines of the series. The scene in which Thomas Shelby and his brother Arthur discuss the death of their mother reveals the complicated relationship between the brothers and their emotional pain. All the characters are great in their roles, worked out to the smallest detail. Their motivations and internal conflicts are convincing. For example, in one of the scenes, Polly Gray says, "We are not English, we are Shelby." This phrase reflects the strength and unity of the family. Directing work in the series is on top. Each frame is thought out to the smallest detail, creating a unique atmosphere of the era. Stephen Light, Toby Finlay and Stephen Russell have done an incredible job of combining dramatic and dynamic scenes. The writers and creators of the series have created vivid and memorable characters and a fascinating plot. One of the scenes, for example, shows a wedding that takes place in the style of the 20s. Each scene is expertly shot, creating a unique atmosphere and mood. Visually, the series is great. The camera captures every detail, creating an atmosphere of mystery. The scene in which Thomas Shelby meets Detective Chester Campbell. This scene reveals the complicated relationship between Thomas and the authorities, as well as his willingness to protect his family at all costs. The musical accompaniment in the series is performed at a high level. Music plays an important role in the development of the plot and helps to create the right atmosphere. It emphasises the mood and complements the characters' images. For example, the song Red Right Hand by Nick Cave perfectly fits the image of Thomas Shelby. The installation is performed flawlessly at a high level. The composition of the frame is thought out to the smallest detail, and the special effects are used skillfully and unobtrusively. For example, one of the scenes shows a fight which is mounted so that the viewers feel like they are in the thick of things. The series Peaky Blinders can be compared with such masterpieces of the criminal genre as The Sopranos Clan or The Crack. However, the Peaky Blinders have their own unique atmosphere and style that make it special. The advantages of the series include a fascinating plot, vivid characters, excellent acting, high-class directing and cinematography. There are practically no disadvantages. The series is categorized by a high degree of originality and realism. The plot develops logically and consistently without leaving the viewer at a loss. The script and characters create an atmosphere that feels real and alive. The logic of the events and actions of the characters keeps the viewer in suspense. This series series is exciting from the first minute. You will not be able to tear yourself away from the screen. You are eager to find out what will happen next. The series is characterized by a high degree of unpredictability and suspense. The viewer can never be sure what will happen next. Suspense and tension persist throughout the 6 seasons. The series evokes a wide range of emotions from excitement and delight to sadness and compassion. After watching the series, you'll be left with mixed emotions, admiration, surprise, sadness, and perhaps even some relief. I would recommend this series to anyone who loves high quality movies. This series made me go through a whole range of emotions. It's not just a series, it's real art. I admire the way they skillfully combine drama and crime. Peaky Blinders is a true masterpiece of British cinema which deserves the highest praise. This series captures from the first minutes and does not let go until the very end, leaving behind a lot of emotions and thoughts. A masterpiece that will leave a mark on your memory. Watch it and you won't regret the time you spent. Wow, that was a really good review. I'm not even going to read any others. That was like an amazing review. I absolutely love Peaky Blinders. I give it a solid 9.5 out of 10. I realise why it's hyped up so much. It's hyped up because it's an amazing series. It really is like a snapshot of history. You really feel like you're back there post World War I. The trauma that the characters have experienced during the war is tangible. There's a really good balance of power in the whole series. For instance, even though Arthur is Thomas Shelby's older brother, Thomas Shelby is actually the boss of the family because Arthur isn't strong enough to be. Arthur has my most favourite redemption arc of the whole series, and I've seen it over and over again. And Thomas Shelby, played by Cillian Murphy, and Cillian Murphy playing Thomas Shelby is an absolutely stellar performance. But my favourite character is definitely Arthur. There's something about Arthur that just makes you relate to him and really feel for him. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but his redemption arc is amazing. This whole show is casted perfectly. Every character plays their role amazingly. The acting is on point. The direction is on point. The cinematography is on point. It is so vivid and stark, you feel like you're actually there. And it's hard, you can tell that it's hard for people growing up in that era. But these guys, like, whether you agree with them morally or not when it comes to crime, they make a way for themselves. And it's loosely based on a true story, which makes it even more interesting. I really love it, and I'll watch this over and over again till the day I die. Anyway, you've been locked into Everything Bite Size. Check out my other content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.